6:50 here at this Good Friday, back here on News 8 with your Smart Start and some breaking updates. Rochester police are searching for the driver involved in a fiery hit and run overnight. That scene on North Goodman and Norton Streets just after 2 a.m. The call came in for a crash in a car that was burning. Officers say a sedan was going south on Goodman when a Jeep traveling north crossed lanes and crashed right into it. The impact sparked flames in the sedan. The driver in the Jeep ran from the scene. The 29-year-old in that other car was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Also breaking overnight, some new details and video from the scene of this chase and crash. We saw several agencies, including troopers, RPD, and police from Irondequoit surrounding that red car at Lake and Driving Park Avenues here in the city, starting to tow it away. We have reached out for more details on this, what exactly happened, and if any arrests have been made. We're also working to find out more about the driver killed after crashing on 590 northbound yesterday near Tryon Park. That was just during the evening rush hour last night. A damaged van ended up off the side of the expressway in the woods near the Webster Empire Boulevard exit. The victim's name has not been released. A judge in Wayne County has ordered a mother and father to stay away from their little twin babies. Both of them are accused of child abuse. Those victims, just 6 weeks old, still hospitalized with life-threatening injuries. Deputies tell us the two infants were brought to the hospital March 15th. Reports show both had non-accidental trauma to their heads and bodies, including brain bleeds, severe burns, and broken bones. The father, 42-year-old Cameron Douglas, is charged with 2 counts of felony assault. Prosecutors say Douglas did time in prison for an attempted robbery in 2012 and was on parole at the time of this arrest. The baby's mother, 34-year-old Brittany Spicer, has no criminal history. She is charged with endangering the welfare of a child. Both appeared very emotional before the judge, as was the family of Douglas in the courtroom for the arraignment. The ADA on this case could not provide specifics on an open investigation, but does say what they know so far is shocking.
I have reviewed numerous documents as well as spoken to witnesses in this matter and Detective Sam Ross with the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. The underlying facts and circumstances of this case are egregious, to say the least.
The father was sent back to county jail awaiting his next hearing. That is Tuesday. The mother was released on pretrial supervision. Her hearing is coming up midweek. President Trump is naming his former personal lawyer and current Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche to replace Pam Bondi as acting AG. Bondi is the second cabinet-level official in recent weeks to be ousted from the Trump administration. Sources say the president, who fired Bondi Thursday, was not happy with her department's failure to indict his political opponents. Her handling of the Epstein files also brought blowback from congressional Democrats and some Republicans. On Bondi's firing, the Senate's top Democrat, Chuck Schumer, wrote, "Good riddance."
I'm honored that President Trump has asked me to step in as acting, and also much appreciative for what Pam Bondi did for the past year.
The president has not said who he plans to tap for that job long term, though the administrator of the EPA, Lee Zeldin, former New York congressman, is believed to be a top contender. Without power to investigate claims of officer misconduct, Rochester's Police Accountability Board has to determine the next steps. March 20th, an appellate court affirmed a lower court's decision stripping the board's authority to look into allegations of police abuse or other issues. At last night's monthly meeting, the executive director maintained the agency is still viable and can have a role in educating people about their rights. Leslie Meyer-Small says the PAB will also make recommendations on how to improve policing here in the city. Still, she acknowledges the power to investigate is at the middle of the reason why voters a few years ago supported a referendum to create the Independent Oversight Board.
Next steps are as follows. We're going to look at legislative, legal possibilities to move forward. Again, 75% of our community in 2019 said we need a police accountability board, an independent oversight entity.
The board did meet in executive session to go over whether to appeal the latest decision from the courts. It's also exploring whether it can regain investigative powers through the state legislature. Lollipop Farms' humane law enforcement effort is getting $344,000 in federal funding to strengthen that program. This comes as several cases of animal abuse have already been reported this year, and we've covered many. The grant will be used to add 2 full-time investigators and to buy critical equipment for communications, fuel, and other operations infrastructure. infrastructure. Lollipop will also use some of the money for supplies and equipment to enhance its ability to respond to an emergency call involving an animal. Today being Good Friday for Christians, the solemn day marking the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Because it is a holiday, several offices and services will be closed. That includes City Hall, rec centers in Rochester, and the neighborhood service centers. The Frederick Douglass Public Library will be closed. All the other branches will be open today. Trash and recycling pickups on schedule, no one-day delay. And the 311 call center will also have normal business hours. For Easter Sunday, a few closures of note. Eastview and the mall at Grease Ridge will not be open. Wegmans, the pharmacies will not be open, but the grocery store itself will be there if you need to pick something up. Aldi, Target, Costco will be closed. Walmart, Price Right, and Tops will have regular hours as well. Good Friday for the holiday weekend might be the best day coming up here. We'll skip to the afternoon.
Yeah, today's going to be almost as sweet as the ham on your Sunday plate, right? We've got temperatures surging along. I just poked my head outside, and it's warm, very mild out there. Stray shower this morning, but otherwise 70s for you there. Tomorrow, yes, 70, but that's for most. Others stuck in the 60s there, and we just keep dropping. Sunday, cooler, breezy there as well for Easter. Ahead of flakes, yeah, they may fly on Tuesday before that day-to-day warming next week.
And just like that, we are just about done with spring break. That does it for us here at Sunrise. Enjoy the holiday weekend. CBS Mornings coming your way next at 7 o'clock.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.